It's time to step up your gear from this to this. In this video, I'm going to show you how to set up your mirrorless camera with zoom and everything that you need so you can look like a boss in your next video. Besides your computer, here are the 7 things that you need to get started. I'm using a Sony a7 III, but any of the Sony mirrorless cameras should work. The thing you want to pay attention to is whether or not your camera has autofocus. If it doesn't have autofocus, you're going to have to stand really still because if you move back and forth, you're going to be out of focus. So save yourself the hassle and get a camera with autofocus. Also, you want to make sure that your camera has a clean output. This way, your camera won't show any of the additional data as you stream your video. What a capture card does is it converts the camera's output into a USB so that you can plug it directly in your computer. It basically makes the computer think that your mirrorless camera is like any other webcam that is plugged into the computer. The reason I decided to go with CamLink is because it's simple, easy, and I don't have to worry about many additional wires. To connect your camera with your capture card, you're going to need a micro HDMI to HDMI cable. So it's very simple. All you do is you plug in the micro HDMI into your camera, and then the HDMI cord goes directly into your capture card at the back. So now they're hooked up together. If you shot with your camera for too long, it can start to overheat. And you want to avoid that, especially if you're in a 2-hour Zoom call and all of a sudden your camera starts to overheat and your camera goes away. So to avoid that, you're going to want a dummy battery. What a dummy battery is it allows you to plug your camera directly into the wall or your computer so that it can gain power that way. So you plug the battery into your camera, and then the rest of it comes out with either a USB or an AC adapter. So you can plug it into the wall and feel assured that your camera is not going to die halfway through your session. To stabilize your camera, you might want to consider getting a magic arm. With this, you can clamp it directly onto your desk and then move it around depending on how you want your shot to look, and it's there ready to go anytime you're ready to film. There are 2 key things that you want to accomplish with lighting. 1 is you want your face to be nice and evenly lit, and 2, you want to stick out from the background. And to do this, you can either place 1 light in front of you, or better yet, do a 2 light setup, 1 light in front and another one coming from behind. With audio, you want the mic as close to your mouth as possible. The best way to accomplish that is with a lav mic. You can put a lav mic on and have it wired to your camera, or if you don't have a lav mic, you could also use headphones. So if you put your headphones on, the mic is right there and it's close to your mouth. The thing you want to avoid with audio is using any mics that pick up more of the room noise. The reason you want to do this is because you'll hear everything. So if your neighbors are making noise or something's happening outside, that audio will be picked up. So make sure you go for a lav mic. Now that we have everything physically set up, it's time to connect the camera to zoom. To set up your camera, you can set it up directly in the camera so you can have optimal settings with your ISO, shutter, and aperture. For the file size, you don't want to be shooting in 4 or 2K because that is way too big. Instead, try 1080, and if that is still big, go down to 720 because most won't notice the difference. As far as frame rate goes, you want to stick to 24 frames per second or whatever your camera is able to do that's similar to that. If you want to know why, let me know in the comments below, and maybe future Ida will make a video all about that for you. As soon as you have everything plugged in, then you're going to have to go into Zoom and update your camera on there. So to do so, you're going to click on your settings in your video tab, and then you're going to, under the camera, you're going to click to 4-link camera, and there we go! We now have the 4-link camera connected, and you can see how the video quality has instantly got better. Yay! With your camera, you don't want to be looking somewhere else but having your camera elsewhere. So to avoid this, you want to make sure that your laptop is right underneath your camera so that when you're talking you can look right into the lens and make eye contact rather than looking somewhere else and not have that connection with your viewer. Also, all the settings that you're going to be making or changing are going to be changing in the camera itself, not in Zoom. So make sure you set up your camera before you start filming. You want to make sure that you're not filming in 4K or 2K because that is way too big. 1080p is more than enough, and if that is still too big, you can go down to 720. For your frame rate, you want to stick to 24 frames a second. Anything else is going to look strange. And if you're curious to know why, let me know in the comments below, and maybe Future Ida will make a video explaining exactly how that works. Do you want to make videos but hate talking to camera? I can help. Sign up for my free Film Yourself Challenge where I teach you how to get comfortable talking to camera. And there you have it. Now you know all the gear and steps to take to set up your external camera with Zoom. For all the gear used in this video, please check out the links in the description below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Or better yet, leave me a comment. I have new videos out every Wednesday. Until next time, peace!